Easter eggs and secrets have always been a fun experience to find in any game and have always had their special place in Pokémon. Whether they go over your head or are easy to find, these Easter eggs boil down to being really entertaining when you end up finding one. Some may be hard to notice, and if you played through the whole expansion and were wondering if you missed any, then I thought it'd be fun for us to take a look back at the full game and show off every Easter egg and secret we could find in the Crown Tundra that may be a reference or special feature you could have missed. We're showing off as many Easter eggs as there are in the Crown Tundra, so let us know how many you found in the comments below, and just how many you ended up missing that we have listed here from the Sword and Shield expansion, as we go through the 18 hidden Easter eggs and secrets in the Crown Tundra. The first little Easter egg comes from the main tree in the Crown Tundra. You know that tree that's been there in every trailer to show off the games? If you go up to it and shake it multiple times without stopping, no, keep going, a Greedent pops out of the tree into a max raid battle for you to fight against. You get a load of berries as a reward as well, so Greedent's probably been up there for a while harvesting some crops. It's a nice little 1-on-1 max raid battle with this chubby squirrel, but I'm not so sure how Dynamax Greedent fits in that tree without being seen. But it's a nice little secret side boss for you to go up against and collect its berries. In the Crown Tundra, if you see an overworld Jinx and whistle at it, she will blow you a kiss and chase after you. Found this out while I was calling for a taxi and this Pokemon just started chasing me down. A little too forward there, Jinx, but at least we found something together. Remember how we were talking about the numbers on the uniforms of each gym leader having a special meaning in our previous references in Sword and Shield video? Well, Peony brings us back to that with another little hidden meaning behind his own uniform and card number. The OA2 in it can be read in Japanese as Oyaji, which means father. That makes a lot of sense as Peony is Peonia's father, and if you go against his team of level 70 plus steel type Pokemon without any preparation, you'll be forced to call him daddy. We've got more going on with Peony as his secret rare card is also obtainable by completing all the legendary clues in the Crown Tundra. It mentions the secret story of how he is in fact Chairman Rose's younger brother, and that he eventually ran away from home to become a gym leader and was even the champion at one point. There's also a scientist in the game that mentions how he looks so much like Chairman Rose, but his attitude just doesn't match the chairman's. Looks like a lot of secret underlying stories here that may be built on at some point, but the gym leader organization is looking a little shady. The shiny Pokemon even have their own little references and featured Easter eggs. You can see in my last video how the 3 legendary Galarian birds have shiny versions that are all references to their Generation 1 colors. That's a neat little thing to have, but there's also a few more shinies that have some hidden attributes that you may not have noticed. Galarian Slowking shiny uses the same colors as regular Slowking shiny. This is similar to Slowbro and Galarian Slowbro shinies as well. But also, Combuskin shiny ended up being changed to its original shiny colors from Generation 3. It's got on its darker leggings from the original shiny version, compared to how it was slowly changing to lighter ones in the generations moving forward. Some cool little secret shiny Pokemon changes and color decisions being made here. Calyrex actually has a neat change compared to every other Pokemon. When it Dynamaxes, it actually has a blue cloud and aura around it compared to every other Dynamaxing Pokemon having the typical red. This could just be a little nod to the cold colors of the Tundra atmosphere, but it's still nice to see anything being slightly tweaked for effect. Speaking of Calyrex, Calyrex's song has similar sounding parts to the Trainer Battles theme from Sinnoh. Sounds like they may be hiding some hints for a little Generation 4 resurgence, but if we just listen to these small samples, you can hear the similarities. We've got a lot of secret Easter egg clothing items here for you today. Some are just hidden pieces of clothing, but others have a few references. Firstly, we have the secret clothing items you can obtain by getting the new Regis. If you have Regidrago, you can get the legendary RD hoodie from the man in Winden Stadium. And if you have Regieleki, you can get the legendary RE hoodie from him as well. You can also get the futuristic shades and futuristic monocle randomly from Peonia in the Max Lair after Dynamax Adventures, both of which are references to Lysander's visor and Gethys' monocle. You can also get both of these in multiple colors with red, silver, blue, and yellow. The next secret clothing item are from Peony, as you get a golden suit and travel bag from him after completing all the legendary tasks. Would have been nice to show off this outfit during all of my escapades for the Legendaries in the story, but I'll take it afterwards too. The next hidden clothing item is the Hex Nut sports cap from the Woman in Tundra Station. You can only get this if you have a Melton. It doesn't have to be in your party, you just have to have a Melton and you'll be able to get this neat hat. And finally, just like completing the Pokédex in the Isle of Armor, you'll be getting a certificate for completing it in the Crown Tundra as well. Which isn't much of a hidden secret as that's usually the case, however you'll get a new crown to wear for the Crown Tundra from the Woman in the Tundra Station as well if you complete the whole Crown Tundra Pokédex. That's a few hidden items you can obtain by doing some simple tasks in the expansion. Seeing as we had to catch the Regis for some clothing, you may also have noticed that the ruins for the new Regis are replicas of the dungeons in Generation 4. They have similar little dots that you have to light up in order to unlock the Regis. It's a nice Easter egg reference to those Generation 4 times with all the trouble we had to unlock the Regis. But in addition to that, in the Crown Tundra, if you have all 5 Regis, you can also unlock Regigigas at level 100 in a special max raid den. You need to have all the Regis in your party, and this behemoth of a Pokemon will show up and you'll be able to battle it. You'll be able to find this den in the Giant's Bed and have all the Regis on your team to tackle it down. It's a fun way to see this Pokemon unlocked and gives it a more special introduction. A little bit of a different Easter egg than we're used to here, as behind Peony you can see a portrait, and if we look closely, it does look somewhat similar to the pictures you can find in Ocarina of Time in the lair you fight Phantom Ganon that he ends up running into and disappearing to attack you again. It might not be the exact picture, but it looks pretty similar and could be a reference to Ocarina of Time. If anything, it would be the only form of time put into the Crown Tundra. Back on the Pokemon hunt, we also have the mythical Pokemon Caldeo appearing in the games after you've hunted down the legendary Swords of Justice. When you have all the Swords of Justice in your party, you can fly to Dynatree Hill and you can hop on your bike and enter the water and find an island with 2 trees on it. You'll see a set of orange footprints and a cooking pot. If you set up your camp near the pot and cook some curry, once you exit your camp, you should see a Caldeo spawn. It'll be roaming around and will allow you to battle it just by approaching it. I really like this hidden edition as it feels like the old quests we used to have to go on for mythical Pokemon instead of just being gifted them by Wi-Fi. It could also be a reference to the mythical Pokemon quests in Generation 4, like with Darkrai and Shaman, but not Arceus. Fun way to cook up some curry and some bonds with mythical Pokemon. There is another Master Ball you can get from Peony that'll help you catch some of these legendaries and mythical Pokemon that we've been mentioning if you're having any trouble with them. It should be from the first time you talk with Peony, however, if you haven't beaten the game yet and aren't the champion of Pokemon Sword and Shield, he won't have the Master Ball for you just yet. Most of you should be able to get the Master Ball immediately, but if you didn't get that Master Ball from Peony, you need to finish the original game and become the champion, which some may not know is the requirement for this Master Ball. Back to legendary Pokemon as we have a special secret Cosmog that's given to us in the Crown Tundra. It's not too hidden, but after defeating the legendary horse that attacks Freezington, there will be a house located next to the Watt Trader that you can enter, and there will be an old lady inside. There will also be a little Cosmog waiting inside of the house, and the old lady will offer to give you that Cosmog since she wants to have a good trainer after realizing it's a special Pokemon. It'll only be after you defeat the horse, but something even more special is that it has the nickname Foofy. Seems like every Cosmog has a nickname, as this is a bit of an Easter egg reference to Nebby, the Cosmog we all remember from Sun and Moon. Looks like there isn't a Cosmog that can't have a nickname to it, still wondering what it'll be in the next generation. And finally, we have one more Generation 4 reference, which there seems to be a lot of in the Crown Tundra, as Spiritomb has another adventure for you to go on, just like the days of the underground trekking we had to do to catch it. If you go to a tombstone in Balamir Lake and click on it, it will tell you to spread my voice. Well, its voice, not mine, but you can do that too. You'll have to connect to the internet and will need Nintendo Switch Online to interact with 32 other trainers, just like the 32 underground conversations you had to have in Generation 4. Once you've done that and spoken to 32 other Crown Tundra players, new words will appear on the tombstone that'll say my voice has been heard. Spiritomb will appear in front of the tombstone and show up in the overworld in its spooky glory for you to enter into a battle with and capture the somewhat hard to encounter Pokemon in the Crown Tundra DLC.